everybody, it's me, Zombie, and I am officially in PAX East Con Crunch. Con Crunch is when you are working to get a project done in a very limited amount of time before a con. In my case, I am working on Power Armor, which is a big project. When I am shooting this, it is April 11th, and I leave for PAX South, I believe on the 20th, with family coming into town today, which is why my shop is clean. Also having to work 10-hour shifts and then just working here and there. It doesn't leave me a whole lot of time to get a whole lot of stuff done. So how I usually handle it is if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. I refuse to work on this costume in the hotel room. I don't want to rush anything. I want it to look good. Now, without further ado, I'm going to show you what I have done so far. So I started plasti dipping the boots. You can see they're half plasti dipped because I had them this way, laying on the cardboard that I used to paint on. So here is that. Here's boot number 2. I started on the fin side for plasti dipping. Here's an arm piece. I started to plasti dip and fin on, boop, just like this. And I have like some other armor and undersuit pieces so it won't look like so obnoxiously huge against my tiny little twig arms. Else. Added some more details to, added some more details to the codpiece and started to plasti dip the butt. This one ran away from me. Started to plasti dip the hip piece. Kind of put some other little detail weird guys on there too. Have not plasti dipped the shin pieces. They are the same as they were in the last video. And I have started to make the chest piece. Here it is so far. It's gonna fit on me like this. I made these little bar bits out of foam. I had some tubing that I was gonna use, but I decided against that last minute because I just thought these guys kind of just look better. Here's what it looks like underneath. I just am reinforcing everything with hot glue right now. I still need to reinforce this seam, and this is just glued on top of these two little weird jetpack bit things. I have started to make the back, and I have just started it off simple as you can get. Just a big rectangular foam piece with 2 pieces cut out for all of the details that are gonna be going on the back. So I have a lot to do still, a lot. I haven't even started painting, which is my favorite part, and I definitely don't wanna super rush that part because I like doing it so much. So again, if this gets done, it gets done. If not, not the worst thing in the world. I will be disappointed, but I have other costumes to bring, so it's not a big deal. But I did just want to bring this to like my first big PAX because I thought that would be really fun. Hi there, it is now April 15th, and I figured I would show you some of my progress. I actually did not do anything for the past few days because I had family in town. But they left today at about 2, so I came right back home and I have been working almost ever since. So here's some of the progress I have on the back. Last time you only had that like hollow shell, and now almost all of the details are put in. You can see that there's like a bunch of crazy bright colors that I've used on this just because like that's just the foam that came in the pack. It's really thin. It comes in all kinds of weird colors. So this is before it is plasti dipped. I'll just show you some of the details I got. The weird handle things that are all over this costume for some reason. Here's some of the closer up details. These little bracket things that are on here. Thought those were kind of fun. This tube that's coming out of the back is just really thin craft foam, and I put some thick bits of EVA foam in the middle, so it has a little bit more structure. Next up is the front of the chest piece. I got that all plasti dipped. There's some of the details in there with the handlebars all in there and everything. This is ready to be painted silver. I might go ahead and, I need to reinforce the inside of this. That's what I need to do. What else do we have? I have been spray painting things silver. Here are the pieces that I have done and have started painting silver. This just has its first coat on and it's already really reflective. So I'm pretty happy with that. This is the wheel that goes on the back of the back piece. It's really fun. I really like that in the design. It was fun to make too. It's got all these little teeny details, and of course it'll look a lot prettier once it's all painted and everything. As I was plasti dipping my boots, I noticed that I forgot to put on that little bar piece. In my previous videos, you probably heard me talking about this bar piece. And I swore I was gonna put it on my boots, and then I totally forgot. So you can tell the glue is still wet here. Yeah, and my workspace is back to being messy again-ish. Definitely wasn't as bad as it was, but you definitely have all the energy drinks and coffee and everything. So yeah, I have less than a week now before I leave. So I have a lot of work to do. Yeah! Good morning, everyone. I just woke up. That last clip that you saw was taken about 4:30 a.m. I went to sleep right after that. And I woke up, it's about 2 now. I'm gonna work on cosplay for a little bit before I have to go to work. It is 4 days before I leave for the convention. I still have a lot to do. Luckily, there's some coffee left, so I'm gonna make myself a nice coffee and head out to the garage. Come on. Now that I have some coffee in my system, I'm going to show you where I left off last night. You can see my shop is still a mess. I was just preparing this bit for being painted. I did reinforce the insides with hot glue, just so it doesn't come apart when I'm wearing it. I already have that piece contact cemented, but it's just to make sure that it stays. This is like an extra reinforcement since I'm gonna be wearing it around a lot. Here are some of the spray painted pieces that I started. Just need to put another coat on all of these to hopefully make them just a little bit more reflective. Here is my back piece, which is a monster. It looks really nice, plasti dipped, or I should say it looks nicer plasti dipped. I just have to put that little wheel piece on. I spray painted it separately since it's really intricate, and I won't be able to paint it very well once it's stuck on. Here's the other side of the back. You can just see everything's made with really small pieces. Like, these are just little bits of foam. Everything is just like a tiny piece of foam just layered on top of each other. So it looks really complex, but once you start breaking it down, it's not that bad. It just takes time. I put my first coat of plasti dip on my gloves. I started experimenting with some weathering that I wanted to do. This was done with a heat knife. And I actually am just realizing I did a really dumb thing. I should have, before gluing everything onto the glove, everything should have been painted silver. So this all should have been taken off separately and spray painted silver. But now I'm just gonna have to do some extra work in masking the fabric off before I paint it. So that'll be a pain. But learn from my mistakes. Here are the bicep pieces. They fit pretty snugly around my biceps, and they're going to fit inside of the forearm pieces. And these just got their first coat of plasti dip, so they need more. So I'm gonna set them up to start painting them. Okay. Oh, and here are the bar pieces across the boots that have been plasti dipped. Oh, I missed a little spot right there and I need to go back and fix it. Everything looks weird when it's all metallic and like before it's weathered or anything. So these are obviously gonna look a lot different, but it's just weird seeing them so bright when you've been looking at them in like dark EVA foam the whole time. That is everything that I've gotten done so far. I'm gonna start on the shoulders, and I'm gonna be spray painting things intermittently and waiting on them to dry. So I'm gonna be doing some multitasking. I'll be working 10-hour shifts at night and waking up earlier during the day to work on these. I'm still gonna be getting enough sleep, probably about 7 or 8 hours. It's something I won't compromise on. I have to get enough sleep to stay safe at work. So yeah, off I go. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching and wish me luck. I hope I can get this done. Bye!